What's up, YouTube? Shout out to the Maniacs and the Mac Heads. Welcome to another episode of KM Videos, True Stories. Welcome to another episode, KM Videos, True Stories.
I get my bone on, you know what I'm saying? Rolling down the street in my city car. I hit front, back, side to side.
For my glow, my dog, the pimp, the hog.
Check it out.
Sweatshirt and long song.
That was it. I never stopped banging. I started banging hard, then I got so hard till it was a shame.
Welcome to another episode of KM Videos, True Stories. Today's story takes place once again in Linwood County Jail, a subsidiary of LA Men's Central Jail. And remember, I told the story where we got put out the county jail and we opened up Linwood. Well, when I was in the county jail, I was trying to get my brother pulled over to the module. You may remember this story. They sent me to Men's Central Jail in downtown LA. So I come through the county jail and I'm going through processing, and now I'm going through classification. While going through classification, I see this dude with some hazel eyes, and he got some long braids, and he's smiling. And he say, "What's up, cuz? You from 60s?" And I'm like, damn, who greets you like that? Like, he just telling me where I'm from. I'm like, yeah, why? What's up? And he tell me, oh, your brother told me you was coming up in here. We've been looking for you, man. Your brother looking for you. So I'm like, oh, all right, where he at? He like, he at work, but all the homies up in 9400. I'm like, yeah, all right. He said, I'm gonna get you pulled over there. I'm trying to explain to him, I'm going to the Crip March. I'm not going to no 9,000 nothing. I'm going to Crip March. He tell me, all right, well, I'll just have you pulled over there and then they'll come get you. So I'm like, all right. He gets me pulled over there. His homies in there like Black Dog from 111, Wimp from 111, my brother, PJ from 60s, Big Crazy, Little Crazy from 111. And so the Hooster cars is deep, it's solid up in there. It's 60s and 111s up in there. The population in that module was probably 60-40. 60% Southsiders and Mexicans, 40% black, but only 111s and 60s made up for the gangbangers from the black population. I'm up in there for hours and I don't get to see bro, and finally bro walks in. So I get to see my bro. This is the first time me and my bro actually ran across each other while about to face some time or do some time. And it was amazing, man. I really tripped off how my brother acted. Like when I was young and he was punking me and breaking my games, that's how he conducted himself now as an adult, now as a guy that been to prison like a 3-4 time loser. He's up in there running shit. But bro didn't want to come to the module because he's fighting 40 to life for burglary. He don't want to show up in court in the blue and whites because that lets the court know this guy is in high power. This dude is an active gang member or active threat to the general population in the county jail. So bro don't want to do that. He want to use this time to look like a good, upstanding, model-class citizen in court at the time, right? So, fast forward, we in Linwood, and bro done got found guilty. And I called home to Mom's, and Mom's had bro on the phone, so she hooked us up to where we conversating over the phone. And I'm like, cuz, come to the module. And he ain't saying nothing, he quiet. I want to see bro, because I don't know if I ever see him again. I don't know if he gonna come home dead or alive. I don't know if he gonna parole or get killed up in there. And I'm guessing, I'm assuming he feeling like, well, I don't want to see this nigga, man. I got life. This nigga going home, like how Screwy felt. Or maybe cuz was in his feelings and felt like he just couldn't face me, you know, he might cry or something. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it was, but I've been in here going on a year now. And I done built up a rapport and a reputation where everybody know I'm straight. A lot of people that came and went. Some came, went, and came back. And so now I got like this little, I done built up this like, this rapport. Or I got like some pull up in there now. And so I slide the deputies a kite, like, man, pull my brother over here. This is his name, this is his birthday. So one day I'm up on the cell looking through the glass, and the new fish is coming in. And I see my brother. But they take my brother to another pod. And I'm like, damn, why they do that? Like, why they send bro to another pod? Like, come on, man. I got seniority up in here, man. Bring bro up over here. So the deputies set it up to where I get to go meet my brother in this room. We in this big quiet room. Ain't no telling if they had cameras or tape recorders. I looked around for the cameras, didn't see none. I looked under the tables for recorders. I didn't see none. But with modern technology, ain't no telling. But they put me in a cell with, in this room with bro. So we talking. We ain't doing a lot of talking, because we don't talk a lot, but we up in there, and we not talking about him getting a life sentence. We not talking about his case. We not talking about my case. We just talking. And now it's getting to the point where I'm ready to go back to my cell, because sitting up in here with this nigga, we not talking. This is uncomfortable. And it might look bad to the other inmates, like, where them niggas at? It ain't visiting day. But we could have had a lawyer visit, but we didn't. So then the deputies come, cuff us up, take us back to our cell. So I felt good, man. I got to see bro. So now I'm up in there, and Geronimo Pratt had came down from prison. Geronimo Pratt's real name was Elmer, and he was a high-ranking Black Panther Party leader in the city of LA who was targeted by the United States federal government domestic surveillance COINTELPRO program. He was accused and convicted of murder, and he has spent 27 years in prison leading up into this story. He got a retrial, whatever, he getting charges dropped, whatever. Geronimo Pratt is down in Linwood County Jail. So I get a call over the PA, I got a visit. Like, who coming to visit me today? Because I know my girl ain't coming, moms ain't coming. This ain't even visiting day. Might be my lawyer. So I come out for visit. They cuff me up, and they take me to OSJ, Operation Safe Jail. This is where they collect all the gang information. They got pictures of all the riders, all the somebodies is up on the wall, and newspaper clippings, and they taking pictures and video of everybody that's admitting they crip. Like, this is for their files. This is for the stuff they do. Jail investigations and gang investigators, right? And I see this dude, and he looks like Geronimo Pratt. Like, I was a fan of Geronimo Pratt because moms used to like Geronimo Pratt. Moms used to talk about Geronimo. And now I get to meet Geronimo Pratt, and Geronimo reached out to shake my hand, and I'm shaking his hand. He grabs me up here. I'm like, what type of weird shit is this? And then he tells me, hey, man, I'm not being disrespectful or nothing, man. I know you. But I'm like, I don't know Geronimo Pratt. How you know me? And so he tells me that, there's germs on the hands, so they don't shake hands like that. There's too many germs being passed. So he shook my forearm. And he showed me how to shake his forearm, right? The proper way to shake according to him. Then he started telling me about the homie Petey Wack, and Petey Wack had gotten a situation with Vamp from A-Tray Gangster that didn't end too well for Petey Wack, and he's telling me about how he led exercise and Wack was defiant. Wack wouldn't exercise. Wack went against the grain on everything. He did a lot of things solo, and he was a rider and with the business, just rebelled against everything, the system, the inmates, protocol, structure, everything, right? He's telling me how Wack wouldn't join up with the CCO or the Blue Notes or none of that. And so we in there chopping it up, and then he said, what's your name? I said, Kev Mac. He said, right? I'm like, yeah. He said, yeah, I thought I knew you, but I don't know you. I'm like, yeah, I don't know you either. You probably ran across my brother. He said, what your brother do, Thompson? I start naming off all these places in Donovan. He's like, what year was he in Donovan? I'm like, 91 to 94. He's like, yeah, it's your brother. I met your brother, man. Your brother's solid, man. your brother's a solid dude. I like that dude. That's why I got an OSJ. Like, man, where he at? I want to holler at him. I want to see him, man. And so yeah, later on, OSJ brings my brother into my pod or pod 4 and sends him upstairs with the homie Blink from 11-8. I'm still in the cell with Baby D from Gangsta at the time. So bro, when he get out, he would come and holler at me. When I get out, I'm gonna holler at him and Blink. And bro was telling me that he did time with Geronimo Pratt. He know Geronimo Pratt. So I was like, yeah, he thought I was you. You know what I'm saying? And he had the last name right. He couldn't remember what they called you or remember your first name. And yeah, they sent me to OSJ and I met him. I talked to him. So I couldn't wait to call home and tell Mom. I was like, Mom, guess who I met? She's like, who? I met your boy. Who? Geronimo Pratt. She's like, oh, that's what's up. I'm like, yeah, man. Jahaha, Jahoo-hoo, whatever the hell he called himself. Like, yeah, I done met the dudes that you used to always talk about, Mom. And that case that he had caught back in the day, he finna get out. Mom's like, oh, that's good. That's a blessing for him. Next time you see him, tell him your mom said hi. Automatic. But yeah, so that's my story of meeting Geronimo Pratt and getting my brother pulled over to the module before he went to prison and served a life sentence. He's home now. He's doing good. He hasn't been out a year. He's still on parole. Shout out to the brother, Loco Bam, man. And rest in peace, Geronimo Pratt. I'm out of here, man. Much love. Be sure to hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Don't be afraid to leave a comment. Tell me what you thought about the video. I know you got some interesting things to say about Geronimo Pratt. Rest in peace. I'm out of here. Salute.